obviously the big talk of the town when it comes to everything in free agency was what's going on with this crazy running back market. James, we asked people at home what they thought about some of these big signings. What did we hear?
Hey, Mike. Andre Hall here. That must be a trick question. There is no doubt that Derrick Henry will have the biggest impact.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. For a guy who was considered to have a down year last year, Derrick Henry still had 12 TDs, almost 1,200 rushing yards. He did lead the league in carries. And even though he's 30, listen, he's built different. He's a former Heisman Trophy winner, but he just runs the ball differently. I think when you get a guy like that and you put him on a roster that's competitive, that needs a little bit more on that offense with Lamar and everything the Ravens have, I think it's a great deal for both sides. What about you?
I think it's a good deal. I just don't know if he's going to be the most impactful. He's definitely going to have an impact. But as you mentioned, he's 30. He is Derrick Henry. He's built different. They call him Tractorcito for a reason. But he's 30 years old. They already have two backs that they like in Keaton Mitchell, who had a great year last year, and also Justice Hill. So I think he's going to have an impact. I just don't know if he's going to be the most impactful of all these running backs that we saw.
But I do like Keaton Mitchell and Henry. You do a little bit of the pitter-patter. You get the power with the speed. Smash and dash. I like that. All right, what else did people say?
I think Derrick Henry definitely going to have the best because they're going to feed him a lot. Lamar Jackson, a generational talent, so, you know, eventually he's going to start throwing that rock because he got somebody to fall back on, a good running back in Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean, so King Henry's definitely getting a love from everybody at home. Out of all the deals, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, Eckler, all the movement that we saw moving around Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs, I mean, it's fascinating that everybody really loves the Derrick Henry thing. And I think it is a good combination of his talent and the situation. I feel the same way about Saquon as well. But overall, it's just a fascinating thing to see the love, I think, for Derrick Henry, especially as he's creeping up in age.
I agree. And like I said, he's going to have an impact. But I think the guy who's going to have the biggest impact is your boy Saquon in Philly. I'm a huge Saquon Barkley fan. I think he's the most talented back in the league. I'm glad he's getting out of New York because it felt like they were wasting his career there.
Right.
Philly, good organization. They know how to use him. Saquon's a guy who can do everything, run between the tackles, catch out of the backfield. And I think his presence is really going to help Jalen Hurts, who kind of took a step back last year.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not going to argue with you at all.